and welcome to Gusto Reaction on Gusto TV. My name is Ifeoluwa, and with me I have Lala.
Lala of Gusto.
Lala of Gusto. Okay, guys. Of course, I won't start without saying thank you. Thank you guys so much. We can't thank you enough for your likes, comments. You're the reason we'll come back to sit on this chair. Yeah. So, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Yeah, and also, as I and Margaret would say, click on your notification bell so you can get content once they drop. So yeah, guys, today I'm going to be discussing with Lala about a particular artist. 2019 through 2020 was the time he came up and he's been doing so well for himself. There are like 3 in that particular range who can, when we are ranking them in the industry, can say they are together. But this particular person has released 2 albums, and even some people on that range have not even dropped
one. Maybe they've dropped 1 and 1.5 or something.
So, but this person has dropped 2. Have good songs, doing well on it. Hasn't gotten awards. Both won award that they just concluded Eddie's award. Yes. So I'm talking about Fireboy.
Oh yeah, Fireboy. He's dropped. I mean, he's done quite well. He seems to be a project person. Before he got signed to YBNL. I mean, he had singles that, well, I mean, Underground was doing really well. People were noticing bit by bit. And then since he's moved to YBNL, he's just been album mode. And it feels like he's taking a leaf out of his boss, Olamide's strategy, because we've known Olamide to be the kind of person who drops projects every year. So it seems they've passed on that energy to Fireboy, and it looks like, yes, he's going to continue with the tradition of dropping a project every year. So that's what it looks like right now, but I don't know why they're announcing this right now when there's still a certain album that they have, I mean, that they are still pushing. That's what I don't understand anyway.
What can you say about both? We know both of them, both LTG and Apollo won at just concluded award. And we even got reactions. Even Don Jazzy responded when Apollo was actually got. He said it's one of their best albums for the year. So what do you say about those albums? If you want to range, Fireboy, what he has done in the past. Based on those albums, what do you say?
Well, the albums he has dropped, I mean, is without a doubt, like the first one is without doubt one of the best debut albums to come out of the country. And everyone can attest to that. Everyone feels the same way. Apollo didn't do as well as the first one, but then, I mean, it did win an award, whether we like it or not, or whether I like it or not, it won awards. So, I mean, people still regard it as a good album, but everyone knows, I mean, the first one was better. So it's just, I mean, shows the kind of quality that Fireboy possesses. And it's good that, I mean, there are artists in this Nigeria that value the album, I mean, the project way, not particularly just dropping singles. We've seen several top stars in Nigeria do singles. But Fireboy seems to be an album person, and he's had 2 successful albums, and he wants to make it 3.
His album, I was checking up on them and reviews people had for LTG. Some people believe that it could have more be called an R&B album. Some people had that perspective rather than he called it an Afrofusion. So what would you call the genre of music Fireboy does? Is it Afrobeat? Is it R&B? Is it Afrofusion, as he said?
Well, a lot of these guys come up with the genre that they do by themselves. There's quite a lot of people who do Afrofusion. A lot of these new school artists, likes of Buju, Oxlade, and things like that, they call themselves Afrofusion artists. Who, if they call it Afrofusion, there's Afrofusion. But yeah, you see hints of R&B, you see hints of Afropop in there in 1 or 2 songs, but they call themselves Afrofusion, which is a fusion of different sounds, African sounds, Afro sounds, R&B, pop, and things like that. So they've decided to call it Afrofusion, which I'm going to stick with that. That it's an Afrofusion artist.
Okay. On a round, is he ready for an album? Yes. I mean, for a 3rd album within the space of maybe 3 years or something, do you think Fireboy should drop an album? Do you think it's a good time for him to drop another album?
Well, looking at how they rolled out the last album, he had 3 videos released. I mean, 3 singles, 3 videos released before the album came out. Then he had 3 videos released after the album came out. one might say, oh, maybe perhaps he needs to still drop more videos of that one because there's still some songs that deserve videos that have not been put out. So maybe the timeline is too short for him. Maybe perhaps he has a certain amount of years in his contract that he needs to maximize.
Okay.
Maybe that's why he's trying to release an album like the third the third one in 3 years.
3 years.
What I would say is it might be that he's rushing it. He probably just needs to take a chill pill, relax. I mean, re-strategize. I mean, the fact that Apollo didn't do so well digitally in Nigeria should be a pointer that I'm gonna just chill a bit. They have to do some singles. I mean, it's still there. People still know who Fireboy is and everything. So perhaps I think he should just relax. I mean, take his time before dropping another project. But it seems like they're getting set and they're already announcing that an album is ready. No rush, man. No rush.
So that's on the round, yeah. Lala thinks Fireboy should take a cheap pill. There's no need to rush. The audience are always here and wants to continue to give good music. Of course, people will continue to listen. But of course, if he still wants to give us an album, if it's worth it, why not? We're also going to give it a listen. That's why we're saying goodbye on this particular reaction from myself and Lala. And of course, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and also click on the notification bell so you can get that from me like bam bam. So for myself and Lala, see you guys next time.
Bye.